welcome to my channel. Well, we're having technical difficulties over here. My camera's dead on my other phone, my main phone. This is my backup phone. It's a 4G phone, so in order to do this video, I've got to film it on this camera, swap out the memory card with my other one, and upload it with my other phone. I don't need this right now. I don't need my camera dying. I don't need this happening. But you know, that's how things go. Sometimes you don't have any choice. It's not an app update. It's not a virus. It's not a lot of things. I've tried everything, and none of it's working. So it's basically, after taking a picture of this book, it stopped working, which I kind of find ironic. I think maybe it's because, you know, the Bowie knife got it on the way in on the upload. The camera works, you know, it looks like it's taking pictures and everything, but the files are not recognized anymore. I didn't do anything with the phone in between taking those pictures. So that's the nature of electronics a lot of times. I mean, if you combine electronics with software, you got a double whammy that can turn into a triple whammy, where it can be a combination of all three things: hardware, software, hardware and software, hardware or software. Anyway, it's been driving me nuts, and I'm doing this video just to let you know that my uploads of videos are going to be not as much as they were for a little bit. I think my answer is to get a digital camera, not, you know, like a big put on your shoulder type camera, or, you know, a traditional video camera, but more like a, you know, a regular size camera, or about the size of a phone. And I won't be able to get that until payday, and maybe not even then, but I'm going to do it because I don't want to spend the money for another phone right now. Everything else works on the phone other than the camera. So what I really need is a camera. And you can get better lenses on a camera and everything else, especially when that's all it's designed to do, is be a camera, you know, a video camera. So anyway, the main title of the video was going to be "You Can't Teach an Old Dog New Tricks." And got this on because I've mangled my hands enough already, and when I was wet forming this, a lot of the leather dye got on my hands, and the leather dye is also skin dye. So rather than catch a lot of flack about that, hand model decided to go with gloves. But I've never wet formed a sheath before. I mean, you know, it's fun. I mean, I can already see the shape. I wanted to make this sheath friction fit. And no matter what I was doing with stitching and riveting and everything else, it would just slide in and out of there with no problem. So I started thinking about wet forming knife sheaths, and I'd never done it before. It sounds simple, and it may be, but you know, I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and go on YouTube and look at a few videos. And yeah, it is basically fairly simple. You're not supposed to touch the knife for 24 hours after you do it. Just leave it in there and let it, you know, form to it. Let it dry, because leather will shrink a lot of times when it dries, and that in itself will form it. But the second thing I want to talk about, this book was sent to me by an anonymous donor, and man, it is interesting. If you like any of this subject matter right here, you're going to love this book. This one was also signed by the author, and I just want to show you the table of contents here so you can get an idea. It has a lot of history in it also, and I think it's a pretty good. I think it's going to be a pretty good a book just from reading, mainly because of the stories in it. Man, I've read some really interesting stories in here. And I'll let you look at the rest of the contents down here. But it has illustrations in it and a lot of fascinating stuff about it. I haven't picked up a book in a while that made me want to just like continuously go through it. But then I ran into I've done this video that I'm doing right now. This will be the 7th time today. Now I know this one's going to make it because I know there's nothing wrong with this camera. And I know how I can transfer the file from this camera to the other, from this phone to the other phone. And it will take some time. It'll take a lot more effort and everything. But, I mean, this is just the way I have to do it because I can't upload this on 4G. I have to go 5G because, man, the files take forever. But anyways, that's what's been happening with me, and I just, I apologize. I usually put out a lot of videos and everything, and it's technology, I mean, I didn't drop the phone. I didn't kick it. I've scanned for viruses. I've done everything I can think of, reset the settings, and so now it's finally settled into me. All right, yeah, the phone's whacked, Sometimes it's built-in obsolescence, sometimes it's just electronics go that way. But yeah, there you go. That's a heads up. So it's going to take me a little while. I probably won't get paid till Friday again. And I'll get everything back up and running as quick as I can. But for now, just know, that I haven't forgot about everybody. There's nothing wrong with me other than the normal things that are wrong with me. And I'll try to do as many uploads as I can, but it's basically this is a nuisance right now. This is a problem. So yeah, thank you for understanding. Thank you for watching, and have a nice day.